And Nova Scotia actually kind of ran away early in that one, and then LCC fought back, wound up being 8-6 final, but didn't feel that close. Nova Scotia had it pretty much under control. They're going to want to get a lead again here because Alberta can score in bunches. Alberta made it also with a couple of wins in their pool to come first in their pool, beating Purple Rain 7-5, and then downing Zbraslav 8-1. In the quarterfinals, they played the Green Gales. There was some talk that there might be a pretty good challenge for them, but they actually ran off with that one 9-2. 4 goals from Eric Turner, giving him 8 in the tournament. Probably been the best player in the tournament, although you get an argument for Pete Dubensky, the goalie for the Victoria Leprechauns, who are in the second semifinal. They'll be facing Tel Aviv at about 9:10. We're currently just 3 minutes after our scheduled start time, just making sure everything is copacetic. It's looking pretty good. It's bright. The screen is up on the edge. It's a gorgeous screen. Everything is excellent. Darren Nolsky lining up to take the draw for Alberta against Captain Jamie Dunbar of the Privateers. John McMillan is between the pipes for Alberta, as he has been throughout the tournament. He has been outstanding. As much as Pete Dubensky has been spectacular, McMillan has been steady, consistent, made the saves he needs to. At the other end, is that Joe Martin or is it Cole Rushny? Rod Humphreys likes to keep things close to the vest. Not big on sharing. I told him I'm not going to tell anybody until the game starts, but he will not divulge who his starting goalie is. He usually does alternate with his goaltenders throughout the tournament. Last year there was some question going into the final, but it was Nathan Jollimore, and he was fantastic as they beat Custodes. There is some issue. We see organizers talking. I know there was something going on with the scoreboard. I think that was the big issue. Hey, there's the chat. Luke Smeltzer's a pretty good player, Frank Goodman. Yeah, Drew McDonald, good guy. Quite a chatter. Yeah, I can confirm that we haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything. The power just did go out 3 times. Some more conversation going on amongst organizers. It's kind of funny because when the lights go out, the entire stadium, the entire arena, everyone in the crowd, everyone around just goes, oh. And then a little bit later, they come back up and everyone cheers. And then a little bit later, they go out. And then they come back up and they go. And we actually were discussing that maybe somebody is just mucking about and just trying to get us all singing, because it sounds like people are singing when it goes up and down. But Garrett, you're in the chat.
The internet connection for the streaming, and hopefully it will take just a few minutes. Thank you.
Well, now I'm dubious if you can hear me, because Andre Micah, the organizer, just announced that they're having to reset the internet to get the YouTube going. Well, people are saying it's up. It's back now. I'm hearing that the YouTube is going again. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're getting close. Thanks, guys. Yeah. We should be going very soon. We'll just run through the Nova Scotian scoring leaders. No big surprise that it's Zach Kerrigan leading the team with 4 and 4, but it took him a while to get going. And they have a bunch of guys with a goal each. Luke Smeltzer with 2. Mitch Broussard with 3 goals and an assist. We're going to throw Andy Watson on. just to chat about how the refs are going. So, Andy, can you hear me?
Stamper, I can hear you loud and clear.
You sound great. I'll give my thoughts first. I think overall, pretty good job. Obviously, there are going to be some things missed. We've had some. I still have one area of disagreement with one of your officials, where we just don't come to the same conclusion, but that'll happen, right? But overall, I think it's been generally pretty good. And the thing that I really enjoy about the program here is how you guys develop referees. And I know that's central to you, and your mission is to develop refs, grow refs all around the world, not just in Canada, the US, wherever, but all around Europe, everywhere. How's that coming along?
You know, one of the things is that at this event, we've got Greg Hart, who's the World Lacrosse, box-lacrosse referee in charge. Myself, I was a deputy referee in charge in Utica, but Barbara Zeleny, who's the ELF, European Lacrosse Federation referee in charge. We try and put a program together every year for this event to make sure that we are bringing all of the officials along and putting them into game situations that are going to make them better officials. I came to this event for the first time with the Gales in Ontario Lacrosse in 2007. And very similar maybe to how hockey fans in North America would have looked at the World Junior Hockey Championships, there was certainly a disparity in terms of the quality of officials depending on what region you were from. And
particularly
I think
consistency, right?
Exactly, around consistency, but also just like rule knowledge. And one of the things, like for the Canadians listening to this, obviously we have access to games all year long. And for some of these European officials, they only get 8, 10 domestic games a year. So they come to events like Hřebeský, next week's E-Box and She-Box events. And this is their opportunity. And so they're like sponges. And they love the fact that there are referees from around the world that come to this event. And it's how we all get better. We get better as Canadians and Americans, helping out grow the game, because we are challenged by rule interpretation and having discussions around different situations and what ifs. And it's been a really good thing. And I'm so proud of the program here, and like Andre and the work that Radotín and LCC do to put this event on. It's crucial for the growth of the game. And I've always felt this event has been like a watershed moment for the sport. Especially in 2007, the first time I came here to see where it is now. It's just great. And if we can continue that, maybe even inspire some people to referee or come coach or get involved in the game some way, maybe they're just exposed to it because of this event, and that's a pretty wonderful thing.
We desperately need refs, right? I mean, there's a shortage, and a lot of it is there's a ton of abuse heaped on officials. We all know that. Does it seem to you to have gotten worse?
You know, I think it's really regional dependent. I think it ebbs and flows, but I will say this. One of the things we're trying to do is equip our officials with the right tools to do the right job, to make sure that we are knowing how to call abusive officials penalties, to make sure that we're writing the game reports the right way, so that if a player or non-playing personnel commits an offense that way, we can adjudicate it and write the right report so that they're held accountable. And the only way we keep accountability is by calling those calls.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think some of the best referees are players or coaches themselves.
Yes.
Who were goons, or maybe players that took more penalties than others because they know the ins and outs of the game.
Yes.
So it's important.
I think I find it interesting. I think we've got to look at the other side as well, because there is, I think there needs to be communication. And to me, one of the things I really like about the international game, the National Lacrosse League, when I'm announcing things, is I find the refs are very open to communicating with me. I know there are some that don't like to talk to players on the floor. To me, that's an issue. I think it's really important. And it's one of the things like I love about here. I'll talk with you guys, with you and Greg and whoever, and you're always very open about it. Brent Colomb, I remember at one event saying, hey, I'm in this position now. Come and talk to me anytime. And I can get rules interpretations. We don't always agree, but you know, it's nice to know what the thought process is. And the thing is, you get to know the officials. And to me, I never sit there and think somebody's gonna try to influence a game as an official, because I know these people.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
and I'm like, I don't think they would do that. I mean, people have personalities. Stuff happens. And I'm not saying refs are infallible for sure, but I think I love the communication. I love what you're doing. And I also love that we are ready to go. And this is exciting. Thanks so much for hopping on.
Thanks, Stephen.
You bet.
Have a good game.
Talk to you soon. All right, we're ready to roll, lacrosse friends. and we are underway. The opening faceoff has been taken. It is semifinal action in process at LCC Radotín. Alberta has possession. Push, flips it across. Turner's going to come to this side while he waits for Zayden Blake. There's Spatafora. Not used to seeing him out for offensive shifts. Wheaton's going to get to the bench to change as the shot clock runs low. We're in the first of 3 12-minute running time periods. There will be 2 minutes of stop time at the end of the third period. So a bit of a shift from the 2:15s for most of the tournament. The final tomorrow is a stop time game. It is a bit longer. It was interesting watching Nova Scotia and Custodes play earlier because the last 2 years we've seen them in the longer game. More time for arcs. There's the first goal. Luke Smeltzer got the first one in the quarterfinal game earlier. And he's got the first one again here today. It's 1-0. Beautiful bouncer. And I'm curious how the bouncing changed. It has been wet. It's not raining. It's actually a lovely evening. But there has been rain. It does affect the way that the turf responds. Oh, great job of using the screen. I don't know how John McMillan would have seen that because I didn't. Alberta possession. Nolsky shoots. There's a big save. Alberta's got it back. Eric Turner heads down to the corner, immediately up to Wheaton. He'll probably head down deep. He's usually down by the crease. That's where you can find him. He's going to set a big pick here and then roll in. Shot by Turner. Scores! Eric Turner drifts that one past Cole Reshny. We got ourselves a tie game. Turner fighting through a check. Matt Dunbar in a bit of a tough position. Do you come out on Turner? Do you leave your guy down on the crease? Did an okay job at Turner. Perfectly placed just inside the post. Almost another one right away. It went in eventually, but play had been whistled down. Got some very enthusiastic fans. Big crowd, of course, for the semifinals. A lot of players who have finished playing a while ago and enjoying themselves as things get rolling. Here's Mitch Broussard. Push spins away from him. Broussard goes in, gets the shot. It's turned aside. Kerrigan has it. They're all over him. Ronan Push was covering him. So Push is playing some D. Makes the outlet pass to Eric Turner. Actually, Push and Turner pretty much playing everywhere. Eric Turner's been playing a lot of forward. Of course, he's made his chops as a D transition player. And he's doing some of that too. Definitely killing penalties. He's hanging on to the ball here. Getting to the net. Oh, and they finally strip him. It took all of the Privateers to get it away from him. Wildeboer rips it. That one's wide, and the 30 will expire. Ian Connors gets it ahead. Smeltzer, the goal scorer. That ball rebounds back near center. Smeltzer tracks it down. They've still got a dozen on the shot clock. McShane feeds it through. Nice catch. Behind the back, scores! What a finish by John McDonald. McDonald slices through the middle. Great pass by Ian McShane. I gotta see how many assists McShane has, because I tell you, it feels like a lot. He has been passing the ball very well. Comes into the game with 3 credited assists. He might have more. He's been playing well. Great leader. Turner trying to drive, well stripped there by Matt Dunbar. And here's a break. Mark Seward, he's been deadly. Scores! Seward taking on the reins of transition for the Privateers. They are just blasting out of the gates in these games. They started slowly in the tournament, started slowly in their first couple of games, but they are flying out now. Against LC Custodes, they scored 46 seconds in. Brett Draper with the goal. Got another one at 2:48. Custodes did battle back, but Nova Scotia, it's been very quick getting going here in the quarters and semis. 3-1, they are up. And there's a reset. I thought for a second it was a penalty. Oh no, that's the whistle hand. Greg Beret, the captain, veteran leader, coming across the top. Sidearm shot, turned aside by Reschny. It's going to be a fresh. Oh, it didn't get through. Stopped by a defender. So Wildeboer will shoot. That one misses as well. Comes back out to Gingras. Sorry, to Ethan Peterson. And they're going to run out of time after missing a few shots. Turner ready to check as soon as he's able to. Nice calm pass out by Stu McElhone. And Kerrigan is up into the offensive zone. Broussard pops out to the top, passes it down to Kerrigan. Through the middle quickly, nice chance for Patty Quinn. Good opportunity, but couldn't quite get that one in. We remain at 3-1, 5:40 to go here in the first period. Drive down the shoulder, and the shot by Wheaton, taking that pass from Blake. Wheaton's going to fight to get it off the boards, try and get a reset. Has the ball. Solid check there from Draper, but Wheaton fights through it. Wildeboer backpedaling, still 18 on the shot clock. Blake shoots, turned aside by Reschny. Reschny's played well. He's had to step up into some big shoes. Nathan Jollimore was the starter last year for Nova Scotia in the finals. He was key to them really controlling that game against Custodes. Reschny has stepped up and played very well here. There's Greg Beret. Hits the cutter. Great chance, but another save by Reschny. Excellent opportunity for Wildeboer right down the main street. Nice job by John McDonald to tuck and run. Here's Smeltzer. Takes a big hit, fights through it. Flip pass, gets away a little bit, but gets over to Glenn Holmes. It's a hard sidearm pass, ripped. What a fake by Kerrigan, shoots. I was pretty convinced he'd shot the ball already. Alberta's Matt Murphy. Nice job to hit the cutter as he gets it over to Quinn. Gingras now waiting. Jamie Dunbar out on him. Wheaton on the run, gets rid of the ball quickly, but doesn't connect. So Ethan Peterson will fight for this one. Battle along the boards. Looks like Tremaine Carver, who scored a huge goal last game in the quarterfinals for Nova Scotia, is going to get it. He and Peterson getting into it, a little push. And that's a very lacrosse player thing, or athlete thing, I guess, that Peterson gets up in Carver's face, and then when he gives him a push, he's like, what's going on? Trying to draw something. Here's Ian McShane. Aggressive D, way up high by Dean Wojwitka. Nice footwork. A little bit of a pick, but Wojwitka fights through it. The ball bounces loose, and McMillan will hop on it. Flow of the game maybe edging towards Alberta a bit as we move along in this first period. 3 minutes to go. Turner's going to take this one. Makes the pass, rolls down low. Wildeboer rips it across, gets it to Blake. Scooped up by Reschny. He's looking up the floor and he has someone. Taken off, of course, Mark Seward. He's got one with him, makes the pass. What a play, is it good? It is! Great pass by Mark Seward. And Alex Bouchard, another new member of the team this year, buries it, just stays out of the crease. Look at the wheels by these two. Perfect timing on the pass. Oh yeah, he stays out. Nice job by Bouchard. Good call by the refs. You're going to see it well here. This is a great pass by Mark Seward. Of course, it's the two guys whose names I messed up in the first game of the tournament. But I've got it. I should have checked. That's on me. Great to see that play by them. Here's Greg Beret. You know Alberta's not going to go away. This is kind of how Alberta treated their quarterfinals opponents. The Green Cows just kind of ran off on them, and it wound up being 9-2 final score. So, you know, Alberta doesn't want to get too much of a deficit. There is more time at 36 minutes instead of 30. Is that, it's almost a reset. And you see that Peterson saying that should be a reset, but the ball got to Resheny just after, I think, the buzzer had gone. Robbie Grant spins away, a couple of big goals against Custodes, and here's Broussard. There's a lot of activity down the middle of the floor. They try to hit the cutting McDonald again. Didn't connect this time. McMillan out to Turner. It just feels like Eric Turner's everywhere on the floor. Let's watch and see if he goes off. Keep your eyes on him. He's out to the left. He's going to come into your screen again at the restraining line as the camera pans here. There he is. Sets a pick for Wildemore. Rip save. Nova Scotia gets it. Turner's going to forecheck. It might just be me, but I'm pretty fascinated to see if he ever comes off the floor. No, he's going to go back and play D. Man, my lungs would actually pop out of my chest if I tried to play for that long in a shift. He's in great shape. Here is Smelter on his offside. Hands it down. They try to hit the cutter. Broussard was already at the goal line when he caught that pass. And it's grabbed there, going the other way by Garanolski. Eric Turner goes to the bench. Next time he comes out, let's put a timer on it. Garrett, if you can get on that, that would be awesome. Greg Beret. Drives underneath. Finds a lane, goes to the net. Pretty good job defensively and with Resheny to take away a really good opportunity. And the first period will come to a close. Nova Scotia Privateers 4, the Alberta Warriors 1. It's quite a period. We got a 2-minute break. We'll be back right after this quick couple of minutes of pause. Right, we're ready to go. Matt Spadafora back out for the draw for Alberta. Jamie Dunbar, as usual, at the spot. And Alberta comes up with it. Ronan Push. Going to try and push it forward. Beret coming off the bench. Push took a look. You could probably see that angle as he was coming open. There's a big pick by Greg Beret. Hard shot, but it's well over the net. Push trying to manage it off the boards, but obviously the Privateers don't want him to get it. There's a hard shot ripped by Mark Seward. Doesn't get in. And here comes Alberta the other way. Matt Murphy having a solid tournament. Here's the pass, a skip right down by the feet of Ronan Push. Going the other way. Matt Dunbar had a player ahead of him, tries to get over to Kerrigan, who manages to scoop that one up. Ben McKay along the near boards, heads over to the center. Patty Quinn rips one. It goes wide, but straight out to Kerrigan. Not a bad place for it to wind up. He'll rip one as well. That did get a piece of McMillan, so it's going to be a fresh 30 for the Privateers. McDonald hands it off. Here's Broussard. There's just player after player for this Privateers club that can do what the team needs done. That's close to a hold. Pass down low, 4 seconds on the shot clock. So McKay just gets one on target, and they're going for the loose ball. McKay gets it back, it's a fresh 30. Almost 2 minutes into this second of 3 12-minute running time periods. They're trying the loose ball, the hidden ball trick, it's not working. Smeltzer has it, goes over to Kerrigan. Kerrigan rips it high, may have drilled the ref. That one hit a defender. Here's push. Greg Beret coming off the bench, decide not to go to him. It's interesting if you watch, and you can probably get a pretty good look on the camera of the players coming off the benches. They're being very careful, for the most part, about not going early. The refs have been pretty strict with the illegal substitution calls. Nice grab by Spatafora to flip it ahead. Nolsky. Nolsky's been here before. Actually came over to Radotín to play in the E-box with the Canada Development Team from the CLL. That was a few years ago. Now he's back as a regular member of the Alberta Lacrosse Club. Beret, they're getting down a bit late in the shot clock. He's going to go twister. Reshty made the save. He doesn't know where it is, but it doesn't matter because his teammates do. Handed there to Tremaine Carvery. And again, you can see McDonald, if you're watching, standing, getting into the change box, but being careful not to get out too early. Now Mitch Broussard is pointing to the other end of the bench. He's not going to come on the floor. He's saying, let's get a defender out there. Smart lacrosse played by both these teams. Remember, you can go to ahmemorial.cz. All the information is on the schedule, the scores, the standings, all the stats. Check us every night for Radotín After Dark on Instagram. Nice spin move by Tasse, but he's taken down. It's going to be a tripping penalty. That'll go to Ben McKay. Not too much protest. I think he realizes it wasn't intentional, but he definitely tripped him up. So we approach, I was going to say the halfway point, but it's not. Here's the, yeah, it's right there. And you know what? Actually, it was maybe a little intentional. I didn't see it because it was right down under the boards. You watch it on the replay, and yeah, I think he kind of took his legs out. Hard rip from Wildeboer. Again, 4 goals coming into the game. Backdoor, Wheaton scores. Wildeboer has been shooting well. Now he makes a beautiful pass. Jordan Wheaton with a quick stick on the back door. What a quick release on the pass. Wildeboer not telegraphing it, just seeing where he needs to go. Sees that the one down there, and I love Blake, Zayden Blake, stepping back as he sees how the play is developing to draw that defender, his defender, up with him and just open up that passing lane a little bit. Here's Broussard. Nova Scotia just getting their full change completed. 15 on the shot clock. Kerrigan pulls it down, shoots, stopped. McMillan, big save. Over to the far side to Beret. Gingras. the only Alberta player on this side for now. Now Wheaton comes around. He's going to cut to the top. Turner driving down, fights through one check. Reshny gets a stick on that, sends it up into the mesh. It'll be a fresh 30 for Alberta. Greg Beret starts with it. Very distinctive blue shoes that he's been wearing here for a few years. Wheaton gets the ball. Nice hustle to get back. He's got the man down in the corner, passes it to him. That's Peterson. That one's blocked out front. Job by Glenn Holmes getting a stick in the lane. Now Holmes takes this outlet pass. He's going to go all the way to the net. Shoots just a little bit wide. A little hesitation move. Worked pretty well. Got him open, but he couldn't quite find his spot. We're past the midway point of the game as we pass the midway point of the second period. Wojciechowski looked for transition, wasn't there. Peels back, hands it off to Ronan Push. Beret fires. Not even sure that pass was intended for him, but he saw that if he caught that, he had a lane coming. Push is going to try the dunk, and that is no goal. It didn't go in. It's over in the corner. Pretty nifty little flip pass there. It was Drew McDonald getting that one ahead. There's Turner on the floor again. Garrett, I hope you're timing his shifts. I'll check the chat in between periods. Kerrigan fakes, comes around the top, passes it over, Paddy Quinn. That pass didn't get through, but Smeltzer's the first guy there. He just flings it with his stick, and there's a bit of a scuffle going on along the boards. Not sure what happened. Garen Nolsky wasn't very happy with Smeltzer. Let's see. He flips it up. Nolsky came to hit him. Smeltzer just kind of ducked out of the way, and Nolsky did not care for it. Alberta within two. That one's wide, and it's going to be an over and back. Hustling after it. Jeremy Baumeister. No transition, so he makes the wise decision to pull it back. It's a bit of a bump. Having some interaction with Wildeboer. Robbie Grant. Oh, that one almost got in. McMillan just gets the shoulder on it. McMillan made a couple of interesting saves in the quarterfinals when the floor is a bit wetter. He really slid across on his pads. You can see he's worked on what the situation will be like, the footing, how the floor is going to be. Smart goalie. Broussard. Kerrigan's going for a change. He's standing in the change box, waiting for somebody to come out. Now he's going to get there, be the first guy at the door, ready to go if they can get a transition chance. Broussard, nice jumping shot. It's off the crossbar and up out of play. It'll be a fresh 30 for the Privateers. They go to the back door. Oh, great save, McMillan. Didn't look like most of Alberta was ready for that play to get going, but McMillan was prepared. Goes across with the pass. Is in position to make that stop. 2:40 to go here in the second. Push rips one from outside. Reshny stops it, can't catch it, and Beret's going to get it for a fresh 30. He'll circle out around the referee and pass the restraining line. He's going to shoot. Stopped by Reshny. I actually thought he was going behind the back on the pass, and then there's a shot, though. What a rip by Wildeboer, his 5th of the tournament. We have a 1-goal game. Well, you can see a couple of Nova Scotia players trying to get it. Jordan Wheaton tries to get it. Nobody can quite pick it up. And Wildeboer gets it. Whoop! Rips it near post just past the leg of Reshny. Glenn Holmes with it. McMillan pounces out to get on that one. He's going to rip it up ahead. Oh, that's a tough catch. Peterson couldn't make it, and it might be a turnover. Oh, they're going to call loose ball push on Nova Scotia, so Alberta will get possession. Actually, the ball may have popped out over the boards there. Here's Eric Turner. Beret slips, pops back up. Big swing taken by Drew McDonald. Missed Beret though. He's having a little trouble now. Does corral the ball. He's going to run ahead and flip it up to Alex Bouchard. Bouchard heading for the bench. Kerrigan's going to wait for the fifth attacker in the final 43 seconds of this second period. Bouchard now rolling over the top. They make the pass to the near side to Grant. Got Blake all over him, and that's going to be a 30-second violation. Alberta can hold for the last shot, but oh, they're going to throw it away. That might be the first mistake I've seen Eric Turner make, that he drifted that one a bit and it got off the top of the stick of Ronan Push. That's going to give Nova Scotia the chance for last possession. They're not pulling Reshny. They're just going to go with 5 attackers. McShane, he's just going to rip it. It's blocked out front, doesn't matter. It's in the last 30 seconds. Turner will fling it down the floor, and we will go to the third period. The score 4-3 in favor of Nova Scotia. What a terrific game this has been. Nova Scotia gets the first goal. Alberta responds within a minute. And then 3 straight from the Privateers. They go up 4-1 by a few minutes before the end of the first period. And then early, 4.5 minutes into the second, Alberta gets one back from Jordan Wheaton. And then Wildeboer with that loose ball pick up and rip makes it a 1-goal game. Remember, following this game, we will have our other semifinal. That will be Purple Rain against the Victoria Leprechauns. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is the AHM 2025. We'll be back in about 1 minute for the third period. Here we go, 12 minutes to decide a championship contender. 12 minutes to decide a finalist. It's 4-3 in favor of Nova Scotia Privateers. Alberta, Nolsky wins the first draw back, but it goes straight to Smeltzer. A little trouble getting the pass across, but Kerrigan is able to corral it. He's going to come along to the near restraining line. Broussard passes it through. That's a big hit. Push flattens Kerrigan just as he's about to catch the ball. Now Kerrigan trying to get it trapped between his feet there. Kerrigan battling after the ball. He's going to run out of time in the 30 anyway. And here comes Nolsky. Eric Turner has it. Alberta's got the last 2 goals. They're looking to even things up with their third straight. Nova Scotia scored 1, then Alberta 1. Nova Scotia 3. Alberta's had 2. Swarm of white jerseys all around Turner, who manages to get a shot off just before the 30 ends when it misses the net, and it will be Nova Scotia possession. Again, we'll have 2 minutes of stop time at the end of the game. There are no ties, there's no overtime. If it were to be tied at the end of the game, we would go to a shootout. We've had a few over the course of the weekend so far. I guess it's not really a weekend, it's just Friday now. In the first 3 days of the tournament. There we go. Broussard, pick from Kerrigan, the roll is there. He comes down, shoots. I'm so ready to say score because Zach Kerrigan has been such a deadly scorer in this tournament in the last few years. Again, he's got 5 already this year. Sorry, 4. He hasn't got one today. Bure passes it down. Wildeboer thought he had one. Turned aside, though, by Reshny. Nice one-hand grab by Matt Dunbar. Back to Smeltzer. He's going to slow things down a little, let the rest of the offense get out. Hard underhand rip by Glenn Holmes. That's heading out into the neighborhood. Eric Turner heading forward, still has the ball. And Peterson had fallen behind the net, behind the crease. Now he's going to pop out and get this one. Shopping for a pass. Shoots instead, it's a little wide. That's going to be over and back. Here's Broussard along the boards. Push, trying to cover him and Kerrigan. Broussard has it, only 2 seconds to shoot. He's going to have to get this one off. He runs out of time. It's a little bit late. He hit somebody with that shot. Not sure where it was, whether it was push from Alberta or his teammate Kerrigan. Either way, it's Alberta possession. Wheaton hands it off from Peterson. We'll see what he's got. Seward out on him. They're getting tangled up. Some jousting between Peterson and Seward. Seward, he's off to the races. He's going to actually be passed. Look at the wheels on Tyson Carvery. Scores! Seward has been the transition guy, but Carvery sprints past him, scoops up that loose ball, and rockets down the floor. Look at that, the wheels. Seward was going okay, but Carvery had accelerated. Just sneaks it by John McMillan. It's a 5-3 game. Spatafor comes away with it after a bit of an extended battle off the faceoff. Turner tries to step by. Spatafor has it. He shoots. Oh, saved by Reshny. They pass it ahead. Here comes Baumeister. He's just going to leave it there. Kerrigan will get the offense set. Up to the top, Smeltzer. Reaching Kerrigan along the restraining line. Big pick from Smeltzer. Shoots. Stopped and caught by John McMillan. And it popped out of his stick. And that's a goal, I think. No, they're going to say crease. A couple of Alberta players getting after Smeltzer. I don't think he did anything wrong. I mean, he takes the shot. The ball is loose. He goes underneath. That should be a goal. Just saying. I think that's a goal. You think that's a goal? You're allowed to rake under the goalie's stick. It's a question of how did McMillan have possession established? Guess that's where it becomes subjective. There's no question there. The established possession from Reshny. Whips it ahead. Hard shot from Tremaine Carvery. Not sure it was the best shot for him. Didn't have a great angle. They're going to get it back eventually. Yeah, nicely scooped there by Ian Connors. And then just lofts it into the bench. Puts his hand on his head. Can't believe that one got away from him. We're down past the halfway point of this third period. Turner takes it from Wheaton. Wheaton will circle behind the net while Turner has a couple of privateers watching him. Now gets underneath, shoots just off the shoulder. Fresh 30 for whoever gets it. That's Brett Draper. He's been a really good addition to this team. Seward glides over center, leaves it there for Kerrigan. Broussard, there's a lot of contact, a lot of physicality in the middle. Nova Scotia is fighting to the middle of the floor, and Alberta is determined not to let them get comfortable in there. McMillan, outlet pass to push. Wildeboer backpedals to the boards. Wheaton drives down the lane after passing off to Peterson. He'll try a shot. It's knocked aside by KJ McNeil. He'll go cross-check coming with zero argument. I'm guessing if we see a replay here, there won't be much doubt about it from Tyson Carvery. Power play Alberta. Beret has it. Behind the net. Trying to come back around the hard way. Didn't work out. Wheaton gets it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wildeboer almost gets it back to himself. Draper's taken off. Oh my goodness. A slip and a chance, but a big save by McMillan. Tough break for Zayden Blake. And Draper was slowing down as he had the defender in reverse transition defense going right with him. But then he just sprints into the net and had a great chance. Here's push. 11 seconds left on the power play. That one's going to get back towards center and over. Oh no, and push. Trying to whack it ahead, lost his stick. And that's going to create a breakaway for Seward, who is nails in this tournament. Mark Seward. What a tournament he is having. Came into this game with 3 goals. I mean, that's a tough break for push. At some point, you're probably best off just keep running back. But you like the effort. It's a good idea. It just probably the risk reward did not lean in their favor. Seward's second of the game gives him 5 for the tournament. I tell you, it's going to be difficult to pick a transition player of the tournament because, I mean, Eric Turner's been fantastic. Do you think of him transition? Seward's been great. Keegan Crowley for Adler was outstanding in this tournament. There are others that I have to go through to recall everyone. I don't want to leave out, but man, there have been some really good running players in the run. Tight pressure from Smeltzer, but the pass by Nguyen gets out. Turner. There's a pick by Wildeboer, and they go up to Beret, who's going to rip a sidearm. That's wide, comes back to him. Oh, almost getting it. Nice play by Jamie Dunbar to see that Beret was going, as Beret had slipped by him, but just did enough that Beret couldn't get it. Here's Alex Bouchard. He's going to get it in the corner. Pushes there. Kerrigan cuts through the middle, over the head wrap check by Push, and he's going to take the ball. That's a great check by Ronan Push. Hidden ball trick. They're on him. Push tries to feed it through, doesn't quite connect. It was Gingrai was trying to get it to. The Privateers are on the run again. Drew McDonald will spin out. Nova Scotia's going to slow things down. They've got 10 left on the shot clock. We're coming up to the final minute of regulation time. Shot by Holmes. It did get a piece of either McMillan or the crossbar, so it's going to be a fresh 30 for whoever gets it. Blake will rip this one out. Here's Turner. 1 timeout per team. Alberta has not used theirs. Neither team has. Nova Scotia doesn't want the clock stopping, though, of course. Peterson lost his stick. And the Privateers will take advantage to run away with it. McMillan was heading to the bench. He gets back. Seward runs over center. He's not looking to score. He's just looking to eat up time. Hands it off to Jamie Dunbar. Murphy up on him. Kerrigan lofts one into the corner. Took 2 tries, but Ben McKay gets it. 6 seconds, 5 on the shot clock. And we're down to 10 in the game. The Nova Scotia Privateers will be having a chance to defend their championship. They're going to go for the three-peat tomorrow here in Radotín. 6-3 the final. Privateers on to the championship. Games get rolling tomorrow with the placement games. There are actually some semifinals still to be played in the morning. The 5 through 8 semifinals will be the first two games here in Radotín. And then we start with the 23rd place game at 10:50, Seoul box-lacrosse against Bratislava Bats. And we're working all the way up to the championship game at 8 p.m. tomorrow night here on the LCC Radotín YouTube channel. Check out all the stats at ahmemorial.cz. Make sure you're with us for all the excitement. And check out Radotín After Dark with Adam Sherparn and myself on the Instagram channel, Instagram page, you know. And we will see you all soon. Thanks, lacrosse friends, for being with us. See you next time. Oh, wait. Hang on. Before anybody goes anywhere, we have another semifinal. Yeah, stick around for this one, too. It's going to be really good. Purple Rain and Victoria Leprechauns.